Fuck like
them niggas don't even pay. MOE don't even pay us enough to be in this.
blood, I rob all these niggas on power on some real shit. What the fuck like?
I ain't got no gun, but I roll with you.
Come on, mama.
That nigga ain't shit.
That nigga crazy.
Girl, he ain't certified.
I don't deserve to have this bitch, but I'm hitting. I don't deserve to drive this whip, but I'm whipping. I don't deserve to have this beat, but I'm killing. Bonafide business, certified getting.
I don't deserve to have this bitch, but I'm a hitter. I don't deserve to have this beat, but I'm a killer. I don't deserve to be that nigga, but I'm that nigga. Putty with the business, I'm certified nigga.
If I don't deserve to drive this whip, then why I'm in it? You hating ass niggas, you should mind your business. Y'all niggas know that I was whipping in the kitchen. After that, I was pipping, giving bitches hard decisions. I elevated, but I don't carry cash. I'm from the street, but I don't wear a rag. I still hustle, but I don't sell a bag. I don't gang bang, nigga, but I'm still pop your ass up. Crazy from the west, I'm from the go. So we hit up LA, Vegas, then the go. I told them in the summertime we make it snow blows. We just rock hard, then you motherfucking go. You should check my POV, underground MVP, champagne and MOE, that's JD and Crazy C. We don't talk to COPs, only fear and GOD. Something I'll never be as worried about. I hate a G. I don't deserve to have this bitch, but I'm hitting. I don't deserve to drive this whip, but I'm whipping. I don't deserve to have this beat, but I'm killing. Bonafide business, certified getting.
I don't deserve to have this bitch, but I'm a hitter. I don't deserve to have this beat, but I'm a killer. I don't deserve to be that nigga, but I'm that nigga. Putty with the business, I'm certified nigga. You don't deserve to be around me or in my presence. If you are, it's a gift. Yeah, it's a blessing. Bitch niggas talk down, I start pressing. Like where you from, cuz? Answer the question. Don't stutter, stand up, it's some more shit. It's crazy, oh, been a prince of this mo shit. Pull up in a 6-4 with your whole bitch. Or wing stop in my motor on some strong shit. Jada said you a whole ass shit.
Hey, this your host that love to smoke and sometimes choke, your boy John J. This is a live episode of Studio Talk Podcast Show. We usually got rappers. He wanted them, but we're not doing rappers today. We usually got businessmen. He's definitely a businessman, but we're not on that either. Today, right now, we got Jino Capone in the building. He giving knowledge, information, and uplifting his people, man. Jino Capone, pleasure to have you on the motherfucking show. My brother, Big J-Dog, Big Yeti. Hey, man, this was something that needed to have been done and talked about and said. We've had you on Studio Talk for music. We've had you on Studio Talk for health and wealth.
Facts.
But today, on this episode of Studio Talk, we're trying to get it on knowledge and information. We're trying to get it on uplifting my brothers.
Facts.
And teaching us what's ours and we don't even know.
Yeah, real.
So we're gonna get to it today on Studio Talk with Jino Capone, aka Big Yeti, my big bro. Just the most. Yes, sir.
Yeah. That's how we're doing it.
First of all, before we even get to talk to the people a little bit, let them know who you are.
Check this out, real spill. I was a regular schmaggler, you know what I'm talking about? You know what I mean? It's so to speak, I was a regular schmaggler. Most folks would have been like, you know, there's no way his life would have turned out this way or I'd have took this route. So I'm gonna start off by just lacing you up, man. I was a rapper first, trapper then, and everything under the sun.
Rapper/trapper.
You feel me? Everything under the sun. So when I got woke up one day because
you got enlightened.
Real.
You got enlightened.
Like one day somebody hit me with the term sovereign citizen.
I see. So I've heard the term sovereign citizen, and I know small pieces of it, but it's a lot of information and it's a lot of stuff that people don't know that is probably pertaining to them.
Right.
So we're gonna try to get the people the information and just break it down a little bit.
So basically, independent person, a person that's not governed by anyone but himself. Okay.
So you're not governed by no citizens.
You have no basically you have no form, man. You have no government. You don't have a following, or do you follow? There's no rules that bind you or anything.
So let me ask you, when people
sovereign citizen really ain't the cut.
When people be talking about, oh, I don't have to abide by these rules, I'm not a citizen. Is that moralized? That's what this is involved in?
Yeah, real spill. I mean, it ain't really like it's authentic in so many ways. It's not a myth. It's just how you go about it.
Okay.
A lot of folks went about it wrong, without stepping over too many boundaries. I mean, once you free yourself and you get the gist of how that shit works, man, you don't I don't think you should hide it. You dig what I'm saying?
It's not nothing to hide. It's something to embrace.
You know what I'm so what they did was they erased it out of our curriculum. I mean, when you go into school, they never teach you about being independent or
no, absolutely not.
Thinking on your own, because that's a program.
They teaching you to pledge allegiance.
Yeah, that's just a program in the first place. You really got no knowledge out of it. All the knowledge come from, it's passed down through your ancestral. It's in your blood.
Okay, so how'd you find out about this information?
Running, really running around with the right minds, you know what I'm saying? And I ended up speaking on that to a person because I thought that was the way. I'm like, yeah, I can just get away from the government, do what I want to do. They can't tell me nothing. I'm finally just disconnected from them, and I can go on and live my life. It wasn't really about trying to be a super gangster or whatever the case may be. Yeah,
it was trying to get away.
It was just time to disconnect from the matrix. When you
absolutely
get to a certain age, you just really
message.
You elevate past your younger movement. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna say it to where we can understand it. When you a young star, you ain't really got no bounds. Ain't nobody hold me down or none of that. When I was a young star, you couldn't tell me Nathaniel. I didn't have no big homie, big brothers. Couldn't nobody tell me nothing. I did what I wanted to do. So at the end of the day, how to separate was something so big on my heart and my mind, because that's something I want to give to my kids. I actually noticed what the government was up to as far as, the chemtrails before COVID hit, everybody killed.
COVID too.
Yeah, a lot of our
COVID itself
got, tracking devices in them, and y'all didn't even know they put them on your child's skull. So their skulls have really grown over something the size of a rice grain, about that big. Is in most of our children, most of us. And everybody wonder why they get headaches, why you getting migraines all the time and shit like that. They're telling you to detox that metal for a reason. It's got to come out your body one or the other. Man, it ain't gonna feel good. But back to it though. See, everything that you touching is really yours already.
Okay,
we're just gonna fast forward.
Now let's tell the people what are you talking about, the land, or what are you talking about exactly?
I'm talking about the land. I'm talking about every structure, every hidden monument around this motherfucker. Anything that's pertaining to your identity has been either shelled, covered up, veiled. They lied about it. It's a lot of different terminologies for us now. When they tell us to speak high of ourselves and always bless, this is be less. Like they switched a lot on us. They put the spell of the tongue on us.
A lot of people don't even know you can really speak things into existence, and spells really do exist
all the time. That's why they call it spelling.
Message.
So you got to be careful and know the origin of every word. So I always cut my words short now. I do, because I'm so cut on what I've read in these books, because I still read.
Matter of fact, so you got a couple of books here. What are these exactly?
So, we have one of our chiefs in the Uwati. We're going to get to the Uwati. One of our chiefs is a good publisher. He done wrote a lot of books, a lot of knowledgeable books. This one right here is called The Builders of Mystery, okay? Now, from the gate, if you can see that.
That's a Mason sign on the front.
Yeah, off the dribble.
I know that. My mom was the Eastern Star. She was a female Mason. That's a Mason sign.
Let's go. So off the dribble, it's a lot of knowledge in just this here. This is Ambassador Kabir Elohim Israel Judah. So we really woke up. And to be honest, like I said, it was just to be separate from and buy myself back from America. I really don't want them to have control over nothing I got going on. Anything that man govern, fall.
Yeah.
It's too much betrayal. It's a lot of bullshit involved.
It is.
So when you separate yourself, you reaching for a higher calling, you looking for that connection to the higher power. Trust me, every man on this planet does it.
Yeah.
There's not one man on this planet that ain't going to. We all gonna do it. I don't care if you incarcerated, you throw it the fuck away, or you sitting with your folks. You gonna have that moment. You're gonna look for that clarity.
So let me ask you. You just said you're native chief. So you're talking about your native Indian.
Mm-hmm. We don't call it Indian
or tribe. Your tribe.
I'm gonna say tribal.
Tell me the correct word.
Originals. I call ourselves Yeti Nation. We the originals. I don't call us Ab, native. Nah. We grew here. We from here. Our people was not brought over here on ships, whether what we mixed with or whatnot.
So you don't believe you were a slave?
Never.
You say you were already here. You lived on this land before slaves was brought here.
Man, listen here. It's a lot of knowledge that's out here floating around. I mean, if you really put your ear to the ground and try to listen, it's outside. Trust me, because there's a whole bunch of evidence showing that most of that is his story. That's just a story they told y'all.
His
story that they put in them books in school while they programming you on how to think and adjust to a way of life and thinking that was never for us.
And I never even looked at the word like that. His story.
His story. That ain't our story. So, you know, when it came to our story, I was real proud of that because when Miko Yakaba, you know, when he came to the scene and gave me the game, and this is how it went. He said,
"That's another chief."
Yeah. This is one of the biggest chiefs. This is the chief. This is the ambassador of the Uwati Embassy. Okay. The Uwati is United American Tribal Embassy International. Okay.
So all the different tribes have their own.
It's unity in this thing.
Like UN.
Facts.
Okay.
Facts. And we got folks that sit in the UN. You know,
okay.
So we locked in. And it's like a lot of people that claim to be tribal or Native American, whatever, you know, tribal,
yada, yada. The people on the reservations. So what are the people on the reservations? Let me ask you.
Like it's
teach
a
us.
Game. When it comes to them, you know, those are Siberians. They wasn't here. They're
natives
that came here. That's what they was told to tell us. That's where the terminology Indian come from. So they see $5 Indians, and y'all think about the white people who pose to be Siberians. The $5 Indians are the Siberians that pose to be us.
Oh, wow.
Now, this whole time when we used to come to them and be like, you know, we did mix with a couple of y'all, you know, because y'all was over here for a long time. Genghis Khan was really our shade of color and what we are.
Genghis Khan was actually a black Asian. If you look up the history.
He us. You understand what I'm saying? So for them to portray like they came with him is false as well. But we're going to let Asia deal with Asia, because that what was that?
That's a whole nother book.
Was that a law? Was that a statute that Kamala Harris and Biden put together to protect all Asians from hate crimes? If you mess with an Asian,
but the black people never got that. That's crazy.
And we begged for it, right? We marched for it, died for it, hung for it,
burned for it. You got Floyd's, you got Trayvon's, and not saying I love Asian people. Not saying nothing about the Asian people, but they didn't give us that.
Not one time. You know what I'm saying? Not one time. And even in their trial of error and they trial of being oppressed and just they taste of what we've been going through since we came out the womb, we stood with them. Now that this new movement against my Mexican brothers and sisters being pushed up out of here, looking at us like, where y'all at? When we was outside doing that, it was only a handful of y'all sliding with us. Where was y'all at?
Yeah.
And we never said, hey, fuck you because you didn't.
Yeah.
We never said nothing.
Yeah.
But now that this new information is so-called surfacing that we've already been talking about, shout out Chief Warhorse. She's a monster. Choctaw Nation, we on. Yep, Yeti Nation, we on the way to Nolans. We coming to see you. We support you. We love you. And I've been following you for a while now. I always pitch you to a lot of women that need to wake their game up. So, we coming to definitely wash your feet.
Man, so you've been given a lot of knowledge and information, man. You went to a was it a hearing?
Oh, we went to a signing. This was a
signing. I'm sorry. Let me change my wording. We went to a signing. Let's talk about that.
So that signing was basically all the leaders, all the chief leaders of the West Coast, all the way to Maryland. And DC is going.
So down. These are all different tribes,
man. So many different nations.
Okay, you know he said not tribes, nations.
These are nations. Okay, and each tribe has clans, and each nation has tribes. You dig what I'm saying?
There you go. Okay.
So I'm the Yeti Nation. We want
Yeti Nation
on the West Coast right now, and we got a lot of momentum now. As far as being self-sufficient is what we all wish to be, is be more stable within our own communities, basically like Nipsey Hussle was on.
Yeah.
Well, we got a little more leverage and coverage on that. Okay. Now with our embassy protects us, protects our rights, protects our language and our lineage. These are bloodline fraternities. You understand me? So we're not just gonna call them tribes. We won't call them what they are. These are bloodline fraternities. There's no way I can welcome you to this nation without bringing your whole entire family. We can't just put you on.
And that's cold because Trump is doing the exact opposite. He's trying to send the Hispanics back, even if they was born here, because their parents weren't.
Facts.
How you gonna send somebody somewhere and they ain't never been because their dad was born somewhere else?
See, that's
hey, the government a cold trip, man. The government a cold trip.
And they've been working on it for a while.
Trump, he's a great businessman.
Facts.
He's He immoral and terrible as fuck, but he a great businessman. I'll give him that.
See, I ain't gonna hold you. I fucks with bruh.
Yeah.
But see, every time it was time to grind and get some money, he
Trump.
was moving. You know what I'm saying? He was in line.
Yeah.
He's the only time that we didn't get treated biased or some bullshit. Now we already get the hate on a regular basis. That ain't nothing new. So just to throw it at him was
He did
kinda
a lot of pardons.
goofy, but
know what I'm saying?
family
He
did
made a lot of
man.
laws. He benefited the blacks.
Yeah, he benefited us. He
But
he
evil is
strictly
evil.
Put us
but
out.
you focused on the Hispanics and you wanted to destroy them and push them out. Evil is evil. Whether you're doing it to us or we're doing it to our Latino brothers.
Yeah.
I got a lot of Mexican friends. So
Me
whether
too.
you're doing it to us, them, evil is evil.
Yeah.
No matter who you're doing it to.
Yeah, at the end of the day. So our main focus was to make sure our ties and our treaty with Mexico was strong. So you really can't stop something you ain't got control over at the end of the day.
So y'all got tribes in Mexico as well?
As well, man. And
Okay.
We're not playing. We definitely ain't letting them get fucked with at no borders. Ain't no walls stopping our folks or none of the people that we got treaty with.
Okay.
And that's off the dribble. And that go for every other country that he keep playing with. But we're gonna get off that for a hot second. You understand me? And
we're gonna get back to that book.
Yeah, I want to get to what drugs
you got in that book.
Finding out that what I was, how native I was. Let's just get to that part.
How'd you even find out?
Yeah, so I'm talking to my auntie, one of my elders, right? And when he popped up, and I was just like, "Didn't you say we got some native in us?" Because I'm still green. I'm thinking that
I don't know.
I need to go to the.
I'm saying
the
I'm black,
and
that's a color,
right? You know what I'm saying? I'm not knowing which tribe I need to go talk to. Now I got a couple of brothers that's with the Canadian tribes up there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Bucks. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Bucks. That's my folks. Been my folks since day uno. Shout out to the Southern Paiutes. My daughter is Southern Paiute. Shout out to the Northern Paiutes. You know what I'm saying? So I've been locked in. You feel me? They been adopted me because it was possible. You dig what I'm saying? But they was on that. If you ain't got this kind of blood in you, they wasn't fucking with you. Yeah. You dig what I'm saying? And that's a code they had to live by. We couldn't be mad at them for something they had to get pressured into because everybody born into it wasn't sworn into it. You understand what I'm talking about? They wasn't really with that. So I don't really place blame. But what I am going to point out is when I figured out what we were, I was like, Choctaw. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is Choctaw?
Talk to me.
Blackfoot.
What is it? I don't know.
Hold on. I'm like Blackfoot. This is my reaction when I'm hearing all these different names and all these different titles. And okay, well, what the fuck do we look like then if we don't look like them? So she busts out this whole book on me one time. And the illustration, it was a tall lady, and her fucking ponytail was all the way down to her ankles.
Oh my God.
And she's
natural
like,
hair.
Yeah, she's like, that's your great grandmother. I'm looking at this woman. She kind of looked like almost like she could be one of them.
Oh.
I had to look a little deeper, and I'm like, she just looked just like my grandma.
Yeah. She didn't look like no African.
No, she didn't look like no Indian.
Oh, she didn't look like no Indian.
Nah.
She looked like she was black.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That part. I'm like, they don't have those features. Then later on, some of them do got them features. I got cousins that's mixed with Cherokee, Navajo. Yeah. They mix with them.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? And when you see the mix in them, they still didn't look like Octavia. That was my great.
The lady in the picture, that's her name, Octavia.
That's her name, Octavia.
Okay.
Now, that's gonna start a rabbit hole for a lot of folks because I know a lot of y'all, so that know y'all wooty wop, hello. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We been cousins. Hello.
So what made you even want to get on this journey of getting from the government, unplugging out the matrix, and finding yourself?
Yeah, see, the thing is that they had too much power over life decisions that I really don't feel like they do, man. It's just like, come on, man. Y'all took my brother for I don't know how many years of his life. He get free. I only see him for a year. After that, he gone. A lot of my family members that I grew up with, not blood related, they all was gone from the system of death. And it was just, man, I'm tired of that shit. I wanted to unplug. I got tired of those simple court cases. You understand me? I don't got no felonies. I don't got no violent histories or no crazy shit like that.
Said, I'm not no killer. I'm not none of that. Just traffic tickets.
You know what I'm saying?
This, that. I'm a regular citizen.
Me for an eighth of weed. You treated me like I had a brick on me.
And then that eighth of weed is really my medicine.
Fact. You know what I'm saying?
And y'all making tax money on it.
And you took my shit and made me pour it out on the ground until I got my medical marijuana card. I had a cultivating license.
That's
I was
because y'all
one of the
wanted
first
y'all
ones
cut.
in Nevada in this motherfucker with one because I got tired of going to jail for fucking eighths. I wasn't buying pounds no more. Cocksuckers. No.
I was medical use only.
I was being good, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But that was like the main motivation, man. Stop sending me back and forth to see this white man and get these niggas all my motherfucking money,
for
man.
something that's really natural to my people.
You know, I got so many children. I had too many children to pay for to keep paying y'all, you know, and just to stay free on petty ass situations. You know what I'm saying? So it went from one to trying to join something that had more power. I went that route, but I really felt like, you know, after he had introduced it to me, once I had spoke on being a sovereign citizen, he corrected me. And that's where I started listening because I don't listen to too many. I'm a Taurus, you know, May 11th, May, baby, man. You know what I'm saying? We don't listen to Nathaniel. We hard-headed than a motherfucker. So,
at least you are about it.
So it might sound smart, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to still investigate it way before I jump on it. If I wasn't thinking about it first, more than likely, I'm not going down that road.
So you're a firm believer of getting your own information.
Off the dribble, man.
Check 3 or 4 different sources and then go with your own beliefs.
You have to, man. You got to believe none of what you hear and half of what you see, man.
Amen to
that's
that.
Real spill. All that just because they put it in the book shit, hey, don't mean it wasn't written by a crook. You understand me? So you need to really pay attention to your literature, where they sending you. And like I said, with that rabbit hole, it's a lot of us out here that really don't know where we came from, and half of our people coming from Detroit, and you know, most of your blood.
So let me ask you, what you talking about that?
Oklahoma.
Can you tell the people how they can find out?
Man, listen, the only way to find out is talk to your elders. Respect your elders, man. Bite your tongue, shut your mouth, be quiet, and ask them questions, man. Only dumb question is the one you didn't ask. Real spill. The only dumb questions are the ones you do not ask. Trust and believe that. That
knowledge is power,
man.
And
that's
information
the best
is
advice
the key.
I can give any person alive, man. Do more listening and less talking, man. Ask your elders everything you can think of. Ask them to remember they favorite uncles and aunties. Listen to them stories, man.
Take it
Set
back.
up those family reunions again, man. We lost a lot of big mamas. Somebody need to step the fuck up that still got that knowledge.
Yes, sir.
Real spill, because somebody remember them ways. Somebody remember them recipes. Somebody remembers them things. That's how you get your true knowledge. Because all that ancestry shit, you just gave them your DNA for what?
Yeah.
For what?
Yeah.
They can't tell you what the fuck is all running through you.
Yeah.
Y'all better stop falling for that goofball shit. It's a whole lawsuit against them folks. Y'all better stop giving them y'all DNA. What's wrong with you? Wake your game up. Fuck wrong with you?
So Yeti, if someone wants to reach you and they want to be enlightened and they want to find out how to find out their narratives, how do they reach you?
Hey, listen, 143 Yeti or Jino Capone, Facebooks, hey, listen, you can find me everywhere on every platform. There's not nowhere you can't find me. And just in case you think you can't, JINOCapone@gmail.com. I answer all my emails, man. I lock in with everybody, especially when it comes to this game and this knowledge. I want you to be knowledgeable. I want you to know thyself, and I want you to know how to wiggle out of this weird ass system, man. I know we all tired. Like I posted on Facebook the other day. When you ready to get out the matrix, man, tap in or just walk away. It's really that simple. Do you really feel like you have to pay for all this shit on a regular basis? You got to get the fuck up every week and go to work? You really feel like that's what you're supposed to do? Work to die? You're not working to live. You only surviving.
Hey,
like think about it.
It's a difference.
You only surviving, brother.
Absolutely.
You're not living. We want to live. I want to get up and don't have to worry about a light bill. You know what I'm saying? I want to get up and be able to go outside and see my livestock, knock my shit down. I don't need that grocery stuff.
Hey, he said, I want some natural vegetables, fruits.
Facts.
We got to start growing our own food.
Facts, man.
The food is killing us too.
Yes, sir. That's the main thing they using right now. We didn't woke up, ain't nothing else they can hit us with. Now that we know they giving us plastic, what else you think they doing? They mass producing that shit because we falling away from it.
Yeah.
We are growing our own shit. Look into microgreens. Get that shit together, man. To be tribal, it ain't like a fad. It ain't something you can put on. This shit really got to be in you. God calling you. It ain't got shit to do with me. It ain't got nothing to do with my journey. It ain't got nothing to do with my story, man. My mission is to enlighten you, put you up on game, and give you some game to go to. You need to get yourself to, hey, look up Kutu Gula Kohila.
Talk to them. Tell them a few other things they can look up if they trying to get some information on their own.
There's so many different ways. When you go on Facebook, I want you to look up the Uwati Embassy. You got to look up that United American Tribal Embassy International. UIT. You have to look that up. Lock in, ask as many questions as possible. I gave you that email already. You can also reach me at ezlayetti@gmail.com as well. I'm not posting no I'm gonna just keep it solid. I don't want to post no websites. I don't want none of that. I don't want too much attention on what we
people
got
to people.
on.
We working with the people.
Yeah,
for the people.
You know how they get in, they infiltrate us, and then they break us down from the inside out. So the less we giving the public, the better. I'm gonna just give you that little bit of game because it ain't
lock in with him directly.
So like I say, when it came to this book is online. You see family on the back here, man. Listen, I can't make this up. It's so much game in here. It's so much game in here, and his tribe also is enrolling as well. And we talking about the real tribes of Judah right now. We're not talking about the make-believe. We ain't trying to stomp up and down. I'm not putting nobody down or behind, but this is really what's going on. We didn't start saying that we were coming out as God's people and blase. That wasn't our goal. Yeah. Our goal was to figure out who we are, stop letting them call us niggas. Yeah. Stop putting me in the wrong shoes. Yeah. Give me my identity back. That's what this shit is about. Your fucking identity. What you are, who you are, that matters. What you gonna tell your children? They black, they just a piece of cloth. They ain't really worth nothing. That mean when they get shot and killed, why should they ride for that? Man. Why should they give a fuck about that? It's something you only
wake up.
A receipt.
We gotta wake up.
You a piece of paper.
We gotta wake up.
You really gotta be you. Can you know how to wake yourself up, man? Go ahead and claim yourself because right now you don't exist. You gotta authenticate your birth certificates. I mean, there's a lot of different steps and ways to pull yourself up out of America and still be here. Because at the end of the day, they're gonna be asking us, can they still kick it when we done?
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Hey, J-Dog, I truly appreciate. No,
let's go, baby. Let's go.
I appreciate you for coming down. I appreciate you for giving any just enlightenment and showing the people there is another way. If you want this information, where can they reach you one more time?
Look me up on Facebook, Jino Capone, or Ezlayetti, EZLAYETTI. And I'm on Facebook, Instagram. It's a couple of different ways, but you really want them emails, man. Jino Capone @gmail.com, EZLAYETTI, Ezlayetti@gmail.com.
Hey, if you're trying to find out about your native heritage, if you try to find out about land that could possibly be yours and you don't even know, tap in with my boy Jino Capone, man. He gonna give you the facts and he gonna guide you, and it's up to you to go to the water and drink or hop in and swim. This is just studio talk. We giving free knowledge of game with Jino Capone, Big Yeti. Yee! We out of here.
Oh wow.
Hey, man, thanks for coming down, big dog. Giving us free knowledge of game, man. Get some more of it. We out of here.
Get that pay. I do this for my son, it's for my KJ. I just wish your grandma could be here to see how smarter you are and you better than me. I know she proud, I feel it in my chest. If I can't do it all, just know I do my best. I said I'm having a son, don't know what it meant to me. So I know better than me is what you meant to be. I'm your king, you my little prince. One day you had a throne, it's been you ever since. I lay eyes on you, my little kid. Shit, keep me sane, talking mentally. Without you, your life will get to me. So I know better than me is what you meant to be. You keep me sane, I'm talking mentally. Without you, my life will get to me. Because I see a little piece of me. That's how I know better than me is what you meant to be. Yeah, why?